There's all kinds of there's consignment. There's you actually buying equipment, and then you mentioned refurbishing. It's not just brokering equipment. You can take used equipment and rebuild it or customize it.
We can, and we do quite a bit of that. Underground equipment, for example, gets pretty beat up.
Yes.
Um, it's yeah, it's a big job to rebuild or refurbish an underground fleet, and we can do that. But depends on what. Usually, we do that per the customer's request. They might want it as is, and they'll take it and rebuild it themselves, or they ask us to do it. So transportation comes into play on that. Even across Canada, it can be expensive to ship equipment. So you might have to do it locally, even though we're selling it. We'd like to run it through our shop. We might have to get someone local to do it in Quebec or
Sure.
Ontario or something
It
like
makes
that.
sense instead of shipping it to your shop. And you're based in British Columbia,
Yes.
your shop.
Yeah.
Instead of shipping it there and then back, yeah. If so, you'd be coordinating with a local group
Yeah.
to refurbish.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, predominantly we sell as is
Okay.
equipment. Yeah.
Yeah.
For underground, it depends what it is, but for underground
Okay.
equipment, milling, crushing, yeah, it's mostly as is. So we're really looking for good quality equipment. If it's been basically ran into the
Yeah.
ground, there's not much you can do with it.
No.
It's the same price as a new one to rebuild that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Now we can segue into underground, which is my area, and I
you,
remember at Resolution the Never Sweat Tunnel, and they called it that because it was a road header that did it.
hmm
Doesn't mean there wasn't some sweat involved, but there's a mention of road headers on your website. What tell us about that?
so we never did much with road headers. I had no real experience with road headers. And then a company approached us and they had underground equipment it was for the Site C dam. And they wanted us to help them resell these road headers. So we took those on. And as we've taken those on, all of a sudden connecting with all these people in the world that need road headers or have road headers.
It's a big industry. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, I mean the Sandvik road headers that I've been involved with, there's four of them, MT
Okay.
720 and three MT 520s. Um, they probably will go into a tunneling project outside of the mining industry. That
Yeah.
seems to be their purpose. But